turn out, and there it is. All right, what's going to happen? He might start riding a crab ride. He's going to stay in tight here. Pull this through. Keep pulling this through. As you start rolling, you see where he's going to get over your head. Keep swinging that leg. Keep your arm. Keep that roll. Keep that roll. Keep the roll. You're going to have to fight like mad to get there. But from that crab ride, you can do it. If I'm on my base and he puts his foot between, like he's going to start trying to lift me. I'm in here. Again, he wants to try to lift me. I feel that foot between. Notice what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get him off balance and over. He might be trying to grapevine on me. Now we always said, sit that way. No, sit the other way. This is a different ankle lock, or a different knee lock, no problem. We'll work this one anyway. Okay, I'm exhausted on how to...
When you get into the lock, or when you try to enter the lock, you're going to end up with the foot down here by the chest. If you end up with the foot down here by the chest, he has a lot of room for his hips to maneuver, plus he has enough room to use this foot to defend. The way he's going to defend is he's going to push his foot right up into your glutes, and he's going to push you up higher on the leg, which is what you don't want to do, because look what's happening to the knee. It's riding below the crotch. So what you want to do is isolate the leg by pinching the knees. Boom, just like that. Now, again, scissoring at the bottom of the legs, near the ankles. What I want to do with this is I want to push this up above my head. Here. That's opposite of climbing a rope, where I pull myself up, I want to push myself back down. Boom, here. And I want to scoot. Scoot my hips all the way down. As I do that, I take this foot, the heel is pointing that way, the toe should be pointing this way. I can take it, put it right to my ear, and hip in.
Combat. One of the first things we're going to do is every system around the world has to have a fall break of some kind. So we're going to teach you basically Sombo fall break. We're going to start off with the front fall break. Again, it's the basic one. Turn your head and cough when you hit the ground. Nice little triangle. Hit your forearms. Stay live toes. Turn your head and cough the whole bit. From here, this position, you don't want your elbows out. You don't want them right in. From here, you need to be able to do one or two things. Roll to your back, face your attack, or stand up. So from here, we're going to go over to roll. Take one arm, turn it, pivot. As you come over, support your hips, get that motion in there. Elbows in tight, face your attacker, one heel up, cocked, ready to kick. Basic thing. If you get taken out from behind, boom, ready to defend. Better angle on that we'll do later. Standing up. You'll see this for different reasons why we stand up, and I'll go over a few. From here, pull one knee in, stay live toes, keep your head tucked so you're not getting kicked in the head the whole time. Up, step, 90-degree step. As you step here, rock your hips in and pivot. Be able to face whatever happened behind you, other side. Check your rear. A little bit faster. 1, 2, boom. You're up. You're protected. You're in a nice little stance. You're ready to look around. You got your side defenses. One quick reason why we're doing this, Ron. Why we're standing up. I'm going to do a drop throw. Combat. I go down to the ground. Oh, Jesus. I'm basically in that fall break. To my knees. There's my stance. Same idea. It works from that throw, boom, step, break. Same idea, it's right there. Going right into other rolling. Left side, right side, fall break. Notice you're protected. Feet are crossed, hands at about a 45, protected with your arm. When this hits, Elevate your hips. You do not want your kidneys smacking the ground. From here, you can turn and face, getting ready to kick, supporting your hips. You have other kicking options from the ground. Always trying to face up. 4 things looking up are better than 2 things on the ground. Ron's going to throw me. Here, he's getting ready to go on me. I pull my arm in, I'm in this kind of posture, boom, I'm pulling in. If he keeps an upright posture, I'm still getting underneath him. I'm able to turn myself from a T position or perpendicular to him to parallel. Pull yourself in. From here, I'm at a better angle. Good defense from the ground. Once you get thrown, learn how to be able to handle it. So why do you teach fall breaks to beginners? Because if they're getting thrown, they got to know how to go from a smooth motion back to a defensive posture. One more time with that. All right, thank you. Another quick thing we're going to work on is, this is all left side. Same side, rolling. Also do a lot of opposites. These were all this side rolling. Got to do some opposite in there. You have to be able to roll this way. Right side, left. Landing's not as pretty. It's more so for standing up. Come right up running. Real reason why? Rarely do you get thrown this way. You usually get thrown opposite. See the triangle? That's where I'm going to get thrown. So with that idea, on your own, you have to start practicing rolls, same side and opposite side. Now, feet position again. Just because I went over that way, I landed this way. But be able to have one leg up, mainly for balance, in that cock position, ready to kick. Ready to pull that person and pivot underneath them so you're parallel. All right?
Step is to go into a stance. Now, stance that we prefer is, what we'll do is we'll take a square stance. And after the square stance, I'll take my right foot and put it back. Now, as you can see, this toe lines up with the right toe lines up with my left heel. The right heel is off the mat. As you can see, I'm walking in train tracks. I'm walking in train tracks, as you can see, on these white lines. Purpose of this is so that I can expand my number of weapons. What I mean is, someone who takes an L stance, or traditional L stance, is limiting their weapons. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whereas if I turn this foot, I now create 9 weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is okay if you want power. This is a more defensive stance. You're waiting for something to happen before you throw this. This takes more time though. To do this takes more time. Here, doesn't. Now, from here I'm very mobile too. This stance, I have to stay in one spot. I may have to spin on a circle. But from here, I can move left, I can move to my right, forward, and backward. I'm very mobile in this stance. What we're going to do is try to create a sense of control through this stance and through my body language. And how I do that is by using baiting techniques. If I want the person to circle toward my power hand, most people have a power hand which is their right. So what I want to do is I want to circle that person to my right so that they're walking into that. If I can borrow Andy for a minute. We'll start off here, and this is my power hand. I want him walking into my power hand. If I do this, he's walking into my power hand. So I may throw what's traditionally a jab. boom. I take it to the power. Same thing with the feet. If I want to walk him into my strong leg, I'm going to boom and come through. It's the same thing on a throw. This is my power side. This is the side I'm going to throw with. So after I take these jabs, I grab. Boom, I shoot this arm, pass the shoulder, grab, pull in. Now I'm shooting this power arm through. Boom. So that's how to direct your opponent. If he goes into your other hand, if he starts circling this way to your weak side, you may have to switch your stance in order to throw him off. Make like this is your power hand now. He may, and even by doing that, he could be walking into your power hand. By him circling to my left, I switch my stance. It throws him off. He's thinking this is my power hand now. I'm winding this up, so he circles the other way. Boom, right into my power hand, which is in front now. Another thing that we may use is the way we set our hands. Here, what does this say? This is saying that I want you to strike me straight on. If I come up to Andy and I have my hands open this way, boom. Okay, I want him to attack me straight on. Right here, boom. Let's say I want him to come round on me. I want him to come outside in. What I'll do is I'll put my hands out like this to cover my vitals. Boom. I want to get, boom, here. Boom. Outside blocks. He's striking round. Now I can get inside. I can switch around. Boom, boom. Whatever.